Mark Breland's points. I missed the Mike Tyson phone call, bro.
Everyone in this game says you're a stand-up guy. Where's this energy then? Where's that coming from?
It looks funny in the light, bro.
It looks weird now.
It's not Dubois' fault. Invigorated, fam. Bro, you don't want the third fight. Because how will you get better? Who's in your corner to make you get to that level?
I can do it like money made, glamorous ting. 12 round unanimous ting. Casual fans on the analyst ting. That ain't KG and Travis's ting. That's undefeated, undisputed like Lennox. Do it on points, jab your head off. Who tried to say that AJ fell off? Must have never had Nigerian jello.
Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Undefeated podcast.
The only podcast with two undefeated fighters.
Chatting it up. Listen, we're not going further one more step.
We will not leave. We are not moving. We are not going anywhere until you just hit the subscribe. You subscribe, you like, and you share it with your family members.
That's right. Bro, what's your tail of the tape? Talk to us.
Oh, bro, listen, you know my tail of the tape. You know my body, bro. Oh, no. Never fought, never lost. If I did, someone's getting knocked out. And it's not me. What's your tail of the tape, though, bro?
2-0, fam. Yeah, 50% knockout rate.
That's
yeah,
what you did.
Half the men that entered the ring with me, they left on their backs, bro.
They did. That's what they did,
bro.
Mad. We ain't got, because I'm feeling invigorated, fam.
Same. It's been a great week.
You see Monday Night Smoke?
Oh, yeah, fam.
All our audio listeners. If you're an audio listener, you know the people that just listen on Spotify and don't really get involved online.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, there's a community that's waiting for you.
Make time to come on YouTube, bro, because it gets cracking over there. Monday at 8 o'clock.
Cracking. And you're missing out. But
Mm.
there's a real community, I know, because there's a silent listeners, you know.
I know.
8 o'clock, Monday. Even if you missed the show because you're busy and you're working and that, we respect you guys. You know, I know the grind. Yeah. Just log on and you can watch the show backwards. Watch the show back. That's it.
And you'll see. We open up the lines, we speak to the fans, we speak to the supporters, we get special guests. Like there's a lot happening. There's a lot happening.
Obviously, I got to shout out a few of our regular callers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah?
We do.
Lineal Ray, shout out right now. There you go.
Jeremy the surgeon.
Jeremy.
Ash.
Ash.
October Red.
October Red. And then hold on. There's a motto, bro. How come we forget the main man himself, bro?
He phones in at the end of every show to say, what's the topics? I love it.
And Young Yoda as well. Don't be
Young Yoda, Soulstar.
They're literally
DJ. There's a lot of people, man.
Whole community. Great defeaters. We love you lot. We love you lot bits. And yeah, man, you lot make, when we get into podding, I have so much energy off the back of what you lot do. 100. It just podding easy. Because it's a long time. We just go.
We get cracking. If you lot knew what it was like when we have our recording days, bro, we set aside a good 5 hours to be like, okay, we're in the undefeated bag.
yeah. But
it's
Trav,
love, man.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Cool. Let's go back and
let's get into the comments. Last episode was fun, man. The untold story, that was the Lennox Lewis deep dive.
Lennox be out here.
Yeah, I enjoyed the documentary, man. I really did. Like, I was looking at it again. I see we got the retweet from Lennox as well. So he stays watching.
Come on, Lennox.
Yeah, man.
That's cool, you know. That's Trust so me. You know. I try not to have the fanboy moments, yeah. But Lennox is cool, you know. Listen,
yeah. I don't even care about the fanboy moments. I'll tell you right now, we're fans. These moments are for us. Do you know what I mean? There's certain man that's not, you can't be excited because it's like, you know, you're in the game. Yeah, I mean, there's man that works in us, bruv. We're fans. What? Every time Lennox interacts, I'm like, hey, you see that? Look at that.
Every single time, bro.
That's like, me, fam.
Oh, Lennox tweeting, man, still like, that's
sweet. That's sweet. There's certain man, like when Nigel Benn was chatting to us, and I was like, that's Nigel Benn. No, I don't care. I'm never going to leave that.
What's funny is, again, when Nigel Benn calls you, though, and he just talks to you like he knows you. Because how did the phone, wait,
he phoned man up, yeah, and you got to understand, I tried to phone him in the early evening, yeah. So now it's I got must have just rang out, got to voicemail. So he's phoned me back, and it's late. It's like maybe 12:30 late midnight. And I'm picking up the phone, and I'm seeing Nigel Bill, and I'm like, you know, when you stand up, you don't even need to stand up. But I just stood up because I felt like Nigel's on the phone. I can't be sitting down. So I answered the call. I was like, hello. He's like, hello. And I was like, yo, hello. He goes, hello. I was like, that's Nigel Bill. Brother, I got gassed. He just burst out laughing. And I was like, you know when you're walking around and you're on the phone.
And your wife, hey, listen, your missus is bare upset because why are you showing this level of enthusiasm, bruv?
That's
you know
hilarious.
when you're enjoying too much and you're walking through bare rooms in the house. You're like, yes,
you got, bro. I phoned my dad straight afterwards. I said, Dad, I just spoke to Nigel Bill. Oh, mate. It's too funny. It's too funny.
And that, you know, when you say that story, yeah, it just makes me like so upset that I missed the Mike Tyson phone call, bro.
Fam, Mike Tyson phoned you, bro.
One of my, it's up there. I've got regrets in life.
He resorted to sending you a video.
Yeah.
That's how.
Shit, man.
And you know what the menace thing is? That's one thing I've said about you since the beginning of time I've known you. You don't answer your phone. You don't answer your phone. Now you got a full of reason to answer your phone from now on.
Oh no, I'm consistent.
It could be a lesson.
I'm getting better.
No, you are.
I'm getting better, but I'm disgusting. At the same time, and missing that call from Mike Tyson, yeah, it hurt. And when I try to tell my wife, she gets angry. Like this is like gaslighting because I'm saying, wait, so of all the calls you missed in your life, yeah, from me, now you realize there's a problem
because you missed Tyson's call.
I'm like, Baze, what don't you understand?
What don't you understand? This man is the baddest man on the planet. I can speak to you anytime.
Like I know he was in labor, but still, babes, like at the same time.
That is funny.
But anyway, bro, let's try and we can only do like two audits. So
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. We got one from Major K Dot. He said, another great pod as usual. I'm thinking AJ Fury is such a 50-50 because I have no clue how it's gonna go. I watched the Wilder fight yesterday, and I don't think Wilder had any game plan to counter Fury's more aggressive style and his extra weight. However, AJ's level of power, improved movement, and boxing IQ makes things a lot more tricky to call. Because you guys got to talk about Floyd and his post about fighting exhibition. He wants Logan Paul, who got beat up by KSI, and his brother, as well as fighting another tension kickboxer in Japan and 50 Cent in 2021. If he can take his money, he goes, fighting civilians as a boxing great is madness. Let's face it. He's either broke or he's burning through millions way too quickly because this is a boxer's equivalent to collecting government furlough. Light work to pay the bills.
Wow. Comment. That's a very strong comment. All right, cool. So we got Love Boxing TV. Big up them. Like and subscribe. Follow them. Like, show them support as well. Drop a bomb for them. Anyway, goes, if you don't like Undefeated, you don't like life. Utah the bollocks. Great show. Love the chemistry. Fist bumps, bud, fam. Big up to yourself. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to go straight back in. Here you go. Lloyd Gibbs says, did you do the Lloyd Gibbs? No, there you go. Okay, brilliant. Lloyd Gibbs says, the AJ Fury fight, in my opinion, either goes the same as Wilder versus Fury. Fury takes him to school and makes him look silly. Or AJ catches him, knocks him down, and forces a TKO after 7 rounds. I don't see a straight knockout. Would be interested to see what other people think. I love that. I love that. Here you go. He comes back again. He says, I'm personally leaning more towards Tyson winning on points. He managed to school a highly decorated amateur and professional in Klitschko, who has much better ring IQ than Joshua. I say ring IQ because Klitschko faced every type of opposition up to that point. Great points, man. Again,
see, the thing is, I really don't know why people they give credit to Fury, which is natural. You should give credit to Fury for beating Vladimir, but at the same time, you got to give credit to Fury for AJ for knocking him out. Yes, like Klitschko wasn't a finished fighter because remember he didn't take no damage against Fury. You know, you just got outboxed, bro. Them men were throwing 8. He landed like 8 to 10 punches a round, fam. It wasn't no beating. So it's an outboxing, cool, but he still had life. So when he fought AJ, that was his redemption fight. So he had that little bit, that last bit, and he knocked him out. So I'm like, I don't like when people kind of just discredit that win as if to say that Fury battered him. And
you can't discredit it. You can't discredit it. But
no, not at all.
It's a tough one. But again, I like the fact that he's framed his argument and he's broken it down.
It was.
He feels like you hear an argument. Oh, okay, cool. But then that one was like, this is the logic behind why I'm saying this, you know. And again, still, even as he says that, anything can happen. He says maybe in 7 rounds, TKO, you know. So it's fair. I'm free, so you can read your last 2.
You got one from Soulstar. It goes, guys, I was having a great discussion with my friend. He got me thinking the lineal champion is rather void. I say this as Lennox retired, and he was the last man who beat the lineal champion. After that, Klitschko was the lineal, but he didn't defeat the lineal champ. He was the best of his era, no doubt, but it really holds no weight. Fury beat Klitschko, then went missing due to we know what. My question is, if AJ and Fury fight, does the lineal champion hold any weight now?
Oh, hell yeah. If they fight, not I'll hold weight, but AJ will be the new lineal, he'll be the man then.
I think the lineal thing just needs to be left alone. I really do.
No, but if you beat,
you got to remember how valuable is the lineal belt?
No,
because since Fury has got a WBC belt, he hasn't mentioned lineal once.
Yeah, he probably did.
So it's just chat to have relevance.
Yeah, he did it to get back in the mix. But I think if AJ's clever, if AJ wins it, call yourself lineal, bro. Call yourself the lineal undisputed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lineal undisputed champion. Do it. No one can stop. You know what I mean? And then it's there. Now we got to carry. Now we'll know who the lineal champion is.
And then vacate all the belts, and then go and be the matchroom champ. And then start the new chapter.
And you're still the lineal of that.
Start the chapter.
Yeah. Go on, read one more, bro.
Where we at? Hold
up. Wait a minute.
All right, we got one from Ash. There is no way Fury can beat AJ the same way he beat Wilder. AJ is bigger, stronger. He's a better inside fighter and throws heavy, quick combinations. Fury will deploy the Vladimir game plan for this one. AJ has to make this fight nuts. He said AJ is the best finisher in the division. If he hurts Fury, he will unleash hell on him.
I like it. I don't argue. So, bro, I'm hitting it. You don't understand how excited I am. I'm setting pace.
All right, cool. Run it.
Listen, I'm setting pace. Mark Breland said a lot of things. I kind of want to start with Deontay. I really want to start with Deontay. Cool. So let's start with Deontay. Remember, I called Deontay a fraud on here. Yeah. After listening to Mark Breland's comments, I feel even more confident about the position I took very early in the pod. I was saying this. I spoke about his opponents back in the day. Me and you had a lot of arguments on Wilder's career. There was a time when I'm not going to say you was a Wilder fan, but you was in support of what you were rating is the background check. We checked it, and so there's a lot wrong. There's a lot wrong with the record. When we spoke to Lennox, he kind of alluded to. He's saying he's the most hardest hitting person, this, that, and the other. Who's he fighting though? Who's he knocking out?
He did say that. He
just, and Lennox style drops it in there, keeps it moving. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, let me just he just move a piece on the chessboard and just say, okay, go on. What's next? Yeah. Now all these things have been said. Hearing he doesn't hit the heavy bag. He doesn't work on footwork. Doesn't skip. All of these things tell me one trick pony fraud. And you see with the one trick pony of a one trick pony, when you come against talent, skill, everything about you will be found out on that night. And we saw it. Deontay Wilder, no chance. No matter who he gets with. Yeah. I don't care where he goes, because still to this day, he's learned nothing. Yeah. Till this day, he has learned exactly. That's his line. Till this day, he has learned not to anything. It's ridiculous. I want him to take a good look at himself and say, do I want to be champion, bro? And if I want to be champion, yeah, do you know what you got to do? You got to go all the way back to reception, fam. It's not even nursery, bro. You got to go way back before school days, bro. I want you getting bedtime stories, fam, because everything you do is finished, dead out. Bro, fraud. That's it. That's how I feel about Deontay Wilder. It's a joke. And Mark Breland's points, and Mark Breland, we'll get to him, yeah? But what we call this Deontay Wilder guy, yeah, it's an embarrassment. And that's where I'm at. Until he fixes things, he's never gonna reclaim what he lost. So you know when he's talking that argument, it's just wordplay. It's just him saying, he says, I want the third fight, court case. Bro, you don't want the third fight. Because how will you get better? Who's in your corner to make you get to that level? Not a person. Go ahead.
I hate you, bro. Look, man, I used to, I spoke about Wilder, and it was a thing where it's one of the ones you have to respect someone's unique abilities.
Yes.
And one thing I was always certain on is that not many heavyweights can take his power. Even if he doesn't win the fight, if he lands, or if he could put you down. Do you know what I mean? At any moment in the fight, his power carries through to 12, and I don't think he's lost that either. I just think, we might be getting it's one bad fight, you got to remember, that he's had. Like, the first fight against Fury, you could say if he had not knocked him down in that last round, you'd say he should have, lost the fight. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, so it goes down as a draw. I never contested the draw. I still don't. I don't feel differently about the draw just because he got knocked out in the second fight. Now, I don't take back everything I said about Wilder in terms of his right-hand ability. I do think he has power. I do still think he's competitive with a lot of these guys who they might be confident because of what Fury's done, but they're not Fury. But when we look at his career and everything like that, we have to be honest and say, yo, there's no names on here. There's no,
useless. Absolutely useless.
You look at Ortiz, and it's like, okay, if we inflate Ortiz to a degree where we hype him up as much as we can say, yo, you're a run-of-the-mill AJ opponent. I don't have him wiping out all the guys AJ's fought. Not a chance. You don't have a Klitschko on your record. You don't have a Dillian White on your record. So the fact you lost to Fury, we can say to yourself, maybe we overestimated you. So then we can start to say, all right, maybe the fraudulent claims have some weight. Because Dominic Brazil ain't the campaign name. Bermain Stavern. Going 12 with Bermain Stavern is crazy on the CV. So, the fraud claims, that's a discussion to be had. And I don't dislike Wilder. Do you know what I mean? I've spoken positively about Wilder. I don't dislike him at all. I like the fact that there's someone who can do that at any moment in the fight.
This is the thing. So don't say this is disliking someone, but I think the way he came into the game, was cheeky. So remember, when I say the way he came to the game, the way he kind of he rid AJ's coattails, I would say. So he was like
even scheduling the fights to be like a week or two before AJ's fight,
or having he'll do a major knockout, but he put a lot of dirt on AJ's name that AJ can't even really. AJ hasn't even cleaned up the dirt in America. The way that people talk about AJ in America is because Deontay Wilder plays a massive piece in that. He's saying, is anyone that's asking the question? Remember before this fight was made, there was like Deontay Wilder's offered him how much, 100 and something, and AJ doesn't want to take it. Do you remember this? There was so many things that you're forgetting. So he said all of this stuff, and the American crowd said, "Why is AJ running?" Then the worst thing that could have happened is Fury entered the chat, and when Fury entered the chat, he goes, "Yeah, AJ shook. I'm here." So now it made AJ look even worse because now not only there's an American guy saying it, an English guy's gone over to America and said, "Yo, very true. He shook. I'm ready for this fight."
Yeah.
And it made AJ look crazy. And then what happens? AJ flies out, and then Ruiz gives him the.
It's so true, bro. AJ's perception, even when we were out there and we were talking to the fans out there, Bruv, the responses that were dismissing AJ like AJ was no one. I couldn't believe the talk that was going on.
But can you imagine from a man? So where my passion and my kind of fraudulent claims come from is, wait, you were talking like this, not at one point, because he, you know, you can catch yourself in a lie. He said, I could have got more money for the fight with AJ, but I chose victory. You see, when you show yourself to the world, yeah, you didn't want AJ at any point. You use his name because obviously face of boxing. No matter how you try to slice it, AJ's the face of boxing.
100%.
You're getting paid. Yeah.
None of these guys do AJ numbers either. And it's mad because people will say that Fury and AJ are level pegging. Not when we look at the numbers.
Not when we look at the numbers at all. So there you go. So you have that issue, and then so you've done all this, rubbished his name in your country, and you don't even hit the heavy bag, bro. You don't have the footwork. What's going on?
We ain't seen one video of Wilder skipping, fam. No, when you see man skipping and you say, "Oh, right, that footwork, that looks nuts." Not one time.
I've seen a twerking video.
I've even seen him on pads and look awkward. Like you know when they do the drill where they throw the tennis ball at the wall and man has to move out the way? Fam, I've seen him get tagged by the tennis ball.
Useless. Absolutely useless.
So it's mad because you look at him and you think to yourself, you are literally a 2-year-old with a shotgun. It's one of the ones where you go, hey, but at the same time, you know you could get shot in the face.
yeah. And this is the thing. So I'm done. Like, again, I'm done. You can't. I think it was, I wouldn't have this level of passion. Yeah. Had he just gone into the fight and done like a Dominic Brazil and just was kind of more humble with it. But if you're gonna talk the way you talk, Bomb Squad, very loud, you're our king, you're this, you're that, and then this is what you're showing, and then it's lies. Even so, we're gonna Mark Breland, I can't wait to get into that. You told lies. That's what you've done. All this time, you've been telling lies, still telling lies up till now. We don't know if there's something in the egg weight form. We don't know. It's your story. There's their story. There's a lot. There's a lot.
And it's crazy because when you ask him about it and you say, okay, what evidence do you have? Man starts coming up with talk about energy. Like, this is a conversation that if we're going to escalate this to, you know, a legal matter or that kind of stuff, there needs to be evidence. Man can't go in there and say, I feel this is what happened. Man will say, get out. Because
get the
court of law, and this is the harsh reality of the world. It's not about what happened. It's about what you can prove.
That's right.
Do you know what I mean? So he's going to find out that this whole, I feel this, or the energy of the dead. No, bro.
And
what you got?
Let's say this now. You've known, and remember, why did he take so long to tell us his evidence? If he knows he'll spike that night, yeah, I'm going to get a test. I'm going to go get tested and find out if there's that water shit.
What was it? I'll find out exact substance. Thank you.
What was in my system? Exactly. You see,
because we look at this, yeah, the water spiking thing was the last excuse to come. Because first of all, man said, I ain't got my legs, like the weight, the suit is too crazy. Okay, cool. Then what else was it?
Then we had suit, he was fatigued. Then he said the stairs. Remember he's talking about the stairs?
Yeah.
There was a lot of stairs. He went a long journey, and obviously Fury was carried into the ring, which gave
the glove, and then the glove gate, and then the water gate. Then we're looking at a man that's scrambling for an explanation as to why he lost. Because he can't fathom or accept that maybe he wasn't good enough that night. And that says to me everything I need to know. I don't even care anymore about Glovegate. And you know me, I don't let Fury off the hook, bro. I stay on the truth for the situations because Fury has cheated before.
There you go. And I'm going to join you and say, listen, you see why it almost works and why it gets people carrying along with this narrative is because Fury has cheated.
Fury has cheated.
You can almost relate to it, but you have to say to yourself, and this is what I was trying to say when we were doing with EJ. I was saying that the point is, I understand that Fury is cheated. Yes, that is official. That's there. However, what this guy's done in many different places is he's told so many lies. So we can say this person's a cheater. Cool. Park that. this person is a habitual liar. Yeah, the lies just keep coming. How many times do you need to show you that I'm lying, and for you to realize, no, he's telling lies? You know, even to the
I
point,
am a liar. I tell lies.
I tell lies. You know, remember, he convinced the whole world that AJ was scared of him. Everyone believed it. Even had me thinking, bro, AJ, like, why are you moving back with the contract? So it was a false. It was.
You remember how I was explaining it? I was saying, right, you can't offer man that type of peas in this era and all the stuff that old fighters of the old days have gone through. I was giving it up like that, only to find out that AJ's offered him more peas than he accepted for Fury.
To the point, even Lennox was like, AJ, what one?
Even Lennox and AJ had a whole beef because of this, fam.
Because one man was telling lies.
Fam.
Yeah. So when I go on my rant, it's not because I dislike the guy. I just think your business is weird. But let's go on to Mark Breland, because Mark Breland has spoken. Yeah. Listen, I got the fully loaded. I'm ready.
Empty the clip, bro. Go. I'll sit back.
Mark Breland, I was feeling sorry for Mark Breland before. I said this guy is well respected in the game. He knows his stuff. He's gone a long way with Wilder. There's no way. I was like, how can Wilder do this to him? That's where I was. Only to see Mark Breland sit down and say, he don't listen to me. He's not good enough. Every fighter had his cherry picked. What else did he say that was what he rubbished him? And I'm saying to myself, then he said he has no jab. And Mark Breland is known for a jab. So with all these years and experience you've had in boxing, how can you say that? Then not only that is not like you stayed true to the point and focused on that, you started going out, you went out of off-piece, and started saying stuff to make me look at you and your points to say, wait, are you mad? So Mark Breland from nowhere, we're talking about jab work and this, that, and the other, and talking about footwork, now wants to talk about AJ's fundamentals. Bro, if you've been training your fighter for that long and he looks like that, I don't want to hear you talk about fundamentals. I don't want to hear you talk about anything, bruv. Because what gives you the right now? You talk about experience. Remember, he said he's better than Mayweather, and why? People can have opinions, but mine is experience. Well, what did your experience do to that fighter over there? Why did he not get better? I'm sorry, bruv. All I saw was bits. If you stayed on with the focus, boom, boom, boom. I'm here to talk about this, and why I'm innocent. I would have believed you. But now you look funny in the light. You said that even with Watergate, because Watergate I don't believe in. But don't say I wasn't holding no water, and I can go back to the fight and clearly see water in your hand, bruv. Please. Well, now everyone's telling lies. So now. We all flock together, liars in the camp. I'm done. That's it.
You know what?
Loaded, bro.
Now you empty the clip. I'm proud. Listen, let me add to that. You see, when a trainer is training a fighter, when the fighter doesn't listen to the trainer, you have to ask yourself as a trainer, what do you do in that situation? Do you think of new ways to reach out to the fighter and make him get on board with your philosophy of boxing? Or do you leave? Because that seems like the logical step for someone who's not listening to you.
Yes.
Unless you are there for the money.
Oh.
If you're just there for the ride, so then I got to question what's your involvement? What did you bring to the table? Because if you're talking about your jab, when you said in the interview, man said, I could beat AJ now because he ain't out jab me. Why don't you teach that jab to Wilder? And if Wilder didn't want to listen to you, why did you stay?
Sorry. I just say that again and then carry on. What do you say just now?
I'm saying if you're talking about you could out jab AJ and do that, why don't you teach that jab to Wilder?
I want to know.
He could have benefited from that jab against Fury. So that says to me, you're just in the backseat of the cab. Happy to be in the backseat of the cab. And the moment that you stepped up to do something was to save him in that moment. Now, I don't know much about Mark Breland. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know. But the testimonies from people who I do respect speak very highly of Mark Breland as a man and as an integral character. So that makes me say, salute. Everybody around the game, like I said in the old pods, everyone in this game says you're a stand-up guy. So there's no reason as to why we would question your involvement in the camp. So when you step in to save man who's clearly in a dangerous situation, we have to say that's a move that's done out of love and integrity. Right?
Who needs to be saved? Who needs
That's right.
Yes.
Another way of looking at the situation now is when you see someone who you've been riding with Wilder for, I've seen people say around 13 years, 2008, I think they got together. To speak about him in that way after such a journey, that makes me look at you funny, because if you come out of this interview, right, and say, I saw the guy getting beat up, he goes, I care about the guy. It's been I know him well. I sat with this man, I sat with his kids, I couldn't see him take that beat and I had to do something. We say, you know what? We saw the fight too. It was looking nuts. I get it. But when you come and say, he can't fight, he got jabbed, I say, then what's your role in this equation then? Because that says to me that maybe you didn't love him in the first place. Where's this energy then? Where's that coming from?
It looks funny in the light, bro.
It looks weird now.
It looks funny in the light, bro. I'm telling you, that relationship, it just seemed like a relationship of convenience. But a relationship of convenience for 13 years is incredible. You got to ask yourself, so much is wrong. Even when Wilder came out and called him a crabs in a bucket trainer first.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, why, and not to go back to Glovegate, yeah? But why, if someone, just imagine, Trav, people fell out for less. If someone takes away everything from you, he's in the room, you got a guy called Jay Diaz, and he's in the room watching an egg weight form, be placed into a glove, and you lose everything. Is that man still going to be there?
I'll tell you right now, if I suspect something dodgy has happened with the gloves, and I know that you was the last person in that room with this fighter, and I'm feeling like he's got a metal egg in his glove, my energy can't be with the man that sat with me whilst I got my hands wrapped. My energy has to be with the man that was sent there with the one role to make sure that the gloves was done legit.
Watch. Your job, watch. And
just watch.
And listen, even if you just imagine now, let's say, because I'm your guy. So when I come back, there's many moments to talk, because when you get time to talk, right before the ring walk, when you're waiting, there's a wait. There's a wait. He should be like, bruv, I saw a mad light.
Fam, if it's not even them, stop me in the ring, bro. We're all here in the ring. I can chat to the ref now and say, go and look at the glove now. Don't wait. And there's pure opportunities to speak. Even if you let it go too late, just say to the ref, hey, check his right hand.
Bro, mad opportunities. Listen, when I say this, mad opportunities. So my Jay Diaz stays in. He says, I'm gonna deal with him. Deal with how? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
This is where it gets funny. Because if you suspect foul play with the gloves, and you don't suspect the man that went in there to check, and you only suspect Mark just because he stopped the fight, and you're an idiot. Because now you're plotting everything on Mark because you're upset at Mark, not realizing that there's bare links in this chain. So if you suspect foul play and Tyson had way more power than you imagine, bearing in mind Tyson came in at 270, so you expect the punches to have a bit more oomph to them.
And you don't even work your legs.
You don't work legs, you don't skip, you don't hit the bag. Like, I get it, you hit harder than your body can probably manage. Like, I know this is not an uncommon thing for fighters. Prince Nassim had similar issues where hand injuries were regular. I get it. But you have to be taking boxing seriously to some degree, bro. Don't tell me you're just going swimming. That's the only training camp. Man says I'm doing bare swimming for cardio. Man don't run. I've seen interviews where he says he don't like running. He swims. So that's why I'm like, it's really unorthodox, which lets me know that this talent, the talent that Wilder has, is not coachable. It's a God-given talent. It literally is what that is. It's I hit very hard and I know when to throw a right hand.
And I stay away from danger. Because as much as you want to call, as much as you came out and call people frauds, I didn't hear you call Klitschko's name once.
AG.
No, again, seriously, Breland, you need to come better than that. That was not
That wasn't your best foot forward, man.
That wasn't your best foot forward.
And also the comments about Mayweather and you beating up AJ, those type of things pull your, they pull your all of your other opinions into, into the conversation where you start to say, what type of person looks at Mayweather and says, all he does is this and I'd punch his shoulder? You start to say to yourself, yeah, all right. I don't know what you're looking at then when you watch boxing.
When someone does that, you say, bro, hey, big man. Hey, you're
mad. Yeah. Because it's like, and the thing is, a lot of fighters, some fighters anyway, say, oh, if you've never boxed before, you can't talk about boxing. I know everything because I box. You say, okay, cool. But actually, some people are actually just better at doing than explaining or teaching or having the knowledge. Because put it this way, there's bare fighters walking around that don't know boxing like how like Spencer Fearon does.
Yeah.
Spencer Fearon was a fighter, yes. But there's bare fighters that leave the game and don't know half of that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not a common thing for just because you fought to just know everything in the game. So there's bare fighters out there that make predictions on fights and they get it wrong. So when you start talking about, oh, I make this prediction because, I'm speaking from experience. No, you're not. You didn't fight Floyd. You didn't fight no one like Floyd. So don't talk about Floyd like he's some bum.
Everyone that fought Floyd thought they could beat him.
Everyone who gets Floyd, they came into that fight saying, I'm just going to punch his shoulder. I'm just going to hit with a left hook because he don't see that coming.
No, but again, everyone that fought Floyd said, I can beat him, and Floyd is undefeated. So, again, they were all wrong. I'm not making up these. This is facts.
Yeah, so, and I don't think it's worth discussing the fantasy fight between Mark Breland and Anthony Joshua.
Useless. Absolutely useless.
I'd like to see that man get up and out jab AJ. You see this type of talk, I just think to myself, all right, it's looking mad, big man. And I respect Mark Breland. I respect the people that respect Mark. I respect them, and I don't want to say like I'm disrespecting him, but I'm the type of person, if I see a bunch of numbers and you show me the formula of how you worked out everything and it don't add up, then I'm gonna say it. And that's how I feel.
Let me say what I feel. My final points on Mark Breland. I thought that he never did himself any favors with that interview. I think he should have just had one focus point, and because had he not mentioned the other stuff, it would have been more palatable. But I think if you say a madness, while like if I say something incredibly reckless, if I say I don't know what do you call it? If I said Bruno can mash up Muhammad Ali, and I still points, I don't care anymore. Yeah, everything you said now is you've invalidated yourself. And life shouldn't work like that, but it did, and there's so many coming across and not sounding like you saved the fighter for his own gain. You said a perfect point. I spent time with his family. I've known him since he was a kid. It sounded like Eddie Hearn has a closer relationship with
AJ.
And Breland's been in Wilder's life for longer. Not possible. Wrong. It's wrong. Anyway, let's leave that one. Bro,
cool, man. Man, we've got some sad news in the boxing world. Leon Spinks passed away. Man, passed away at age 67. And it's mad because I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I've got the wealth of knowledge on Leon Spinks, but the one time in history that most people will refer to is his fight with Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, and should I give you some stuff then, just quickly? So let me just speak about
that fight. Yeah, because that fight, people know that Muhammad Ali was at the tail end of his career. So a lot of people dismiss it as Ali was old them times. But at the same time, Leon Spinks had only had 7 fights. And he weighed like 197 pounds. So that's like a cruiserweight today. So it's like, you look at that, like, that's literally, bro, like, I'm 195 right now. And I'm not ready for a heavyweight. So it's like, I understand Ali was over the hill, but Ali was always good to go 12. And it's like, he beat him over the distance. And you got to say to yourself, you know what? That's still a really incredible feat to have on your stat sheet. So, credit to Leon Spinks and his career. And, he was one of those people that never got gassed by that win either. Like, in the post-fight interview, he said, listen, Ali's the greatest. I'm just the latest. And that's just such a powerful statement of respect.
Wow.
Feel me? He's like, listen, I'm not getting gassed by that. He's old. I'm here today now. Don't get gassed. He's still the legend. I'll say, you know what? Hats off to you. Rest in peace, brother.
Yeah. So I'll say, just quickly, I just got some stuff on him. So, Leon Spinks, American professional boxer, competed from 1977 to 1995, bro. That's mad.
That's a long run.
Bro. In his 8th professional fight, he won the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship in 1978. Yeah, after defeating Muhammad Ali in a split decision. Yeah, and again was considered one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. But again, some people you gotta say to yourself, "What have you done in this life?" The legacy's there, even though that happened. He has that. Even though whatever you want to say about it, he did that. You know,
Ali.
he did that. You know, so again, I'm just gonna let the round of applause play out, and we'll just let it stop. Yeah. So round of applause. I ring the bell and let the round of applause play out.
Rest in peace, Leon Spinks, man.
Rest in peace, man. All right. Moving on. One of my guys. Yeah, one of my guys, Daniel Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois. Yeah. You
are Dubois now.
No. Do you know what? Yeah, I've never been so conflicted doing character, like obviously comedy. Anyone can get it. You go to shows. Our job is just make fun of what we see.
You know how I get busy, bro. We give it up, man.
We give it up. So usually I just go, but then every time I watch a Dubois interview, it just leaves me wondering. I watch Dubois and I'm like, who's planned this?
No.
Who was there? Like, how many eyes saw this before they said, yep, that goes out? Because,
I really feel like this is what's happening in the PR, the PR chain.
Yeah.
Right. I think a lot of people, they know it's a bit of a personal, it's a joke. And when, you're the ringleader of the circus, you let the thing run on and you let it run on until you realize that the lion that comes out, he's injured. The lion is actually hurt and he can't come out tonight. So the show can't happen because we ain't looked after the lion. And I think that's what's happening with Dubois, is that they're churning him out, do the interviews. And they're watching the interviews and they go, people are gonna find this entertaining. For no good reason other than entertainment. Because when you watch them speak, like I'm not watching the Dubois interview, that one he did when he's on the bike. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, let that run. That sends a message.
Because that's bro. Even him working out to silence, is crazy. Like, do you know what it is? Do you know what I'm gonna call it? It's not Dubois' fault. It's 100% mismanagement, bro. Again, if this is my prize asset, how am I letting my prize asset go out looking like this? I'm looking at that video saying this is not it. Because
that don't happen on Matchroom. There's no examples of this on Matchroom.
The main guy, your main guy, the new face of boxing. If I'm Daniel Dubois, as much as he's changed trainers, I'm making a phone call to Hey. I'm saying, hey, because War Chisora, look at that. Chisora rebranded himself. He's lost it. Do you know Chisora looked like a brand new person? Because he went over there and he rebrand War Chisora.
He said, hey, talk for me. Hey, talk for me. We've never heard less from Chisora at any point in his career. This is a man who flips tables, donkey, spat in Klitschko's face, spat, bro. Like, he's done loads. And somehow, we forgot about it. And he's Sweet Caroline, Del Boy. Like, bro, he's Del Boy.
Del Boy.
We don't remember none of that stuff because of how David Haye has changed how we see him.
Change the narrative, bro. So that's that's people that are understanding this boxing thing is is the stuff in the ring, but branding is so important, bro. If you can put out a video and it is a red box, doesn't even fill up the thing.
Fam.
Yeah, a tiny red box doesn't fill up the thing, and you put it out and you say that. What's crazy is the clothes are not even the same on the training day. So it's not like he's been working hard. Nope, he was on the bike. He said, "Yo, I'm gonna give it up on this bike," and then the next day,
I'm out in the field.
Park.
Pull ups and monkey bars.
Wait, the worst thing about it is he does the one pull up, bro.
It's one pull up, and it's like.
Then he takes a mad breathing breath. He takes like a kg breath.
And then monkey bars.
Yeah. Then he does the monkey bars, but not agile, not looking like terrible boost from block workout, bro. He was looking like anyone, bro. He was looking like someone that they said, "Raw, come do fitness."
Yeah.
That doesn't send, and they should have done the Evander and sped it up.
Oh, speed up the video, bro. Speed up the video. Put beats on there that make it sound a bit dramatic. The truth is, he needs new manager, new PR. But the fact is, he's made one step. He's got a new trainer.
And that's what a step.
That's a very big step. It's the most important step because it was clear that his trainers had no advice for him in that Joyce fight, right? And to address the trainer straight away, I say credit to him. That's a logical move.
Credit to him. But then now, again, so I won't steal this as our points. But I think it was Ash that called in. And Ash said Vidal Riley was speaking on True Jordan show. He interviewed him. He spoke about Dubois. And he said, listen, the guy's got quit in him. He said that they were fighting in the amateurs. I mean, I think they were all this sparring or something like that. And Dubois was giving it to him. And according to Vidal, he's pushed Dubois down and then started laying into him when he gets up because talking crazy, and Dubois went into his shell, and then took the licks and left. Now I haven't got nothing. I haven't seen the footage but that's very interesting because I don't imagine at any point Dubois was a small guy. Now obviously you can bulk up and stuff like that, but that says to me, it says a lot as far as mental strength, because mental strength in boxing is huge. It's probably as important as the whole camp in your training and your preparation. Because if you've got a part of you that doesn't bite down in those tough moments, no matter how hard you work out, it will never be enough. You have to have a part of you that is stubborn in your commitment to victory that says, who the hell do you think you are winning a round against me? Yeah.
You know what I mean? That needs to wake you up. So if you can dominate a fighter and he just talks some smack to you and that is enough to push you back, then we've got to say to yourself, okay, maybe you don't have the resolve for the top level.
You don't have the dog in you.
That's right. And you know who I think of straight away as far as a weaker mind? Audley Harrison, first of all, and Frank Bruno. Frank Bruno had the ingredients to be a much better heavyweight. When he fought Mike Tyson and he caught Mike Tyson with a huge counter right, Tyson's head slapped back and he was wobbled, fam. But you know who was most surprised in the arena? Frank Bruno. Frank Bruno then looked at Tyson as if to say, oh dear, now I've hit you, you're going to hit me back. And he backed off. And it was so hard to watch because everybody in the arena and watching it on TV is thinking, if you just believed in yourself, you could have done this man's dance and you would have been Evander Holyfield in history.
That's how I feel about Lyndon, you know.
But this is what I'm saying.
That's how I feel about Lyndon Arthur. I feel like he doesn't truly believe in his power. You know what I mean? And that's why I've got you saw how emotional I was that night because I'm like, big man, you're the champion, fam. Yeah. Don't and obviously he's starting to believe now. He's believed in his hype now, and obviously
I don't know if he's believing. I gotta wait to see him in the ring because enjoying the victory parade is one thing. Yeah, MCs get you in the video, it's one thing. But get in the ring again, walk in there like a champion next time around, then I'll say, okay, now he believes.
We need to see it, but that's
because Anthony Yarde is gonna walk into the second fight like the A side. Because Anthony Yarde's walking in that fight thinking, you won last time. Well done, but trust me, you're not getting it twice. That's the energy he's gonna have on the way into the ring. If Arthur's not matching as bro, big man, I'll beat you already. Don't come in there with that.
Man, don't. It's not like that.
That's what I'm saying.
And this is the thing, because
I don't see it. He's personality. Yeah, go on. Go on,
So
give
even
up.
myself, when I think about if I was a boxer, yeah, I feel that part of my character, the dog in me, is died long time ago. Like when I was on scuffing, that part of my character is way gone. I don't know if it could. I don't know if I got jabbed in the ring, if it could be reawoken. Because I think I'm not naturally as I call myself I'm a beta male. So I'm not like it's like I'll allow other people to lead, but if I don't see leadership, I'll take control. That's my natural character. So I'll let you lead. But if it's not led to what I would like, I'll jump in. You know what I mean? And that's just been me. Whereas some people are just they on spite. Like you wouldn't see me walk around with an angry energy, but push me, I'm that fighter. Push me, but that's too late. In boxing, you need to be already sparked into action. So that's the part of me. That's why I think
with me, I enjoy the moment where somebody who believes they are too much for me finds out that I'm too much for them. And I don't need to bark about it. I like the silent assassin vibe where you just like, I'm watching you and it's like, I know how you think this is going to go. And I take pride in being able to be the one to ruin that party. That's just my personality. So if there was a lead up and a personality clash, I'd be happy to sit back and listen and be quite, spiteful with the remarks I might come out with, but I ain't barking and beating my chest. And that's never been my makeup. Like I'm not a loud, flamboyant, middle of the room guy. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I do believe that I could find it, but this is one of those things that, we're fans of the sport. We're not.
No, but
but the mental side, I get really competitive. I love the idea of competition.
There you go. And I'm trying to get into the mindset of Dubois. So this is what, when I look at him, I just think to myself, maybe he's a guy that needs to be sparked into something.
Let's psychoanalyze Dubois. You know who I think he is? I think he's the dude who grew up with normal guys, but grew up hench, had a huge heavyweight body, and everyone around him said to him, bro, you should box, man. Yeah. And he's grown up in a household with a dad. All his kids are boxers. All the brothers and sisters, all fighters. So dad is clearly channeling them down this route of, bro, fight. You all going to fight. Everybody's going to be fighters. And he's in this world now with this heavyweight body, right? But the mind is not a heavyweight fighter. I don't think there's a part of him that has bite down, that crazy belief. I think everything he's told, he regurgitates.
Yeah.
And that's that's how I see. Yeah.
When we've done the red corner, and we're speaking to people that haven't even started their careers yet, or they have a vision and you can hear, there's things that it's like.
Listen to Ben Whitaker. Ben Whitaker, very first one we did on the red corner. When he speaks about how his career is gonna go, there's no Omen and Arin. When we said, who are you looking for to fight on the domestic scene? He said, listen, I'm not looking at no British fighters. I'm going for the world. That's not someone who is going to be second guessing their steps. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a very clear and concise vision. And it's like with Dubois, you do get the feeling that maybe people around you are telling you, you're the guy. You're going to be AJ. You're going to do this. But I don't really hear him come out with vim on his own accord. And that's quite alarming. Because it says to me that maybe you might just be cool with the, that Chisora Joseph Parker level.
What's bad is he lost the war of words with my man, Joe Joyce.
He'll lose more war of words. But I just think
he lost, like, even with belief though. He's like, oh, you think you're gonna beat me? Yeah, I'm gonna beat you. Yeah, you think I'm gonna put you to sleep? Oh, I'm gonna put you to sleep. Like, it wasn't, you talk a different way when you know there's no chance. It's like when you see me I pulled up to AFTV, I pulled up Arsenal Fan TV to talk about a match between my team versus theirs. Before the time, the flagrants I had in my voice, like, what you lot think? Do you think you're on our level? That's how I was talking. But there's a difference because I have something I probably have a fact sheet or evidence to prove why I don't care what you're turning up with. I'm better. The same way Lennox can at an Olympic ceremony, bro, to leave the group and walk up to looking for a Riddick Bowe. It's not
Riddick Bowe.
Looking for him and saying, big man over here, I'm going to bang you up, bro. Daniel Dubois, every time I've seen him talk, doesn't believe what he's saying. It's like he has to, they're encouraging him. You hold Bunsy. Remember Bunce when I was on there? And
yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think, bro?
You trying to make him give it up. He weren't. But hear this though. If I said to you, as you outside your front door to your house, I said, your door key ain't going to work to your house. And you're standing there with your key in your hand with absolute every day for how long I've been living here, this key's worked. And I'm saying to you, it ain't going to work. The way you respond to me, even if you trash talk or not, the conviction is different.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what you hit the. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. So it's not about trash. It's about conviction. I'm saying, so when I turned up and I was talking somewhere, I was talking with a conviction of knowing what I support and who I am. And when he talks, the conviction is never there. That's why it doesn't cut through. When he's on the bike and saying, I will, what do you say? Devastating loss. And I can't remember what he's saying. It was terrible.
Either way, it didn't hit. It didn't land. I didn't feel it. And the thing is about authentic energy, yeah? It hits for no reason that anyone can explain. It's not scientific. It's spiritual. When I say to you, I am coming to see you. That is one of the things where you say, I might have to take this seriously. Do you know what I mean? Even if it's online, you send me a video like that, I might have to take this man seriously. Because that's different. Whereas if I'm like, if you keep on talking, I'm going to come and see you, and trust me, you're not going to like it. Bro, I'm closing my phone. I'm going straight to sleep. And I'm going straight to sleep. I'm going straight to my bed.
So nicely, bro. I have the best sleep, bro. Come like I got like the memory foam blanket, fam. A memory foam. Everything is sponsored by memory foam, fam.
This is what I'm saying.
Scaring me, fam. Again, it's mismanagement. If I got one word to Dubois, change everything. When you get back to Queensbury, say, listen, I don't know who the editors are. I don't know. Listen, we got Wale. Call Wale, fam.
Call Wale, fam.
Wale, he will change your whole thing, fam. Because if our videos are our videos are looking better than his.
Our videos are looking crazy.
Even down to the basic thumbnails. Bro, it's wrong. Queens, someone take control. Someone take the wheel. That's all I want. Someone take the wheel, because if this is your prized possession and this is how you're treating it, throw this whole thing in the bin. Garbage, fam.
Trust me.
Let's go. While I'm on it though, he's changed trainers very quickly. He changed trainers.
Very, very good point to mention.
Don't you think it's weird that how Yarde had his great we're in Feb?
We're in February now,
when's your deadline? Wait, when's your deadline for when you're gonna say? I think we said that on the pod.
I said when this whatever is announced. I said I'm waiting.
That we have a cutoff date of, because we could wait till the end of the year, bro.
Oh, let's go back and I'll have to go back and listen to the pod.
I'm gonna say that it was sometime in February, end of Feb.
But my thing is, it's not necessarily waiting for when. I want to wait for what the announcement is, not necessarily when, because I have to see what it is before I speak.
You're still waiting for an announcement.
That has to be. Ash phoned in on the Monday Night Smoke show and said they could be training. The plan could be to train quietly, announce the new trainer as the new fight is announced. And that sounded like a very tangible, like a plausible thing that could happen.
Bro, my man is enjoying. I'm seeing mad dessert.
Right now he's on holiday. Yeah, he's enjoying.
There's no training happening. He has to come home and get in the gym at some point, you know. And yeah, I honestly feel it's still geared up. How Tunde talks, he don't sound like he don't have his prized possession.
Yeah, he don't sound like he lost anything.
Like he lost anything. He sounds like life is good. Even a good little tip for you to understand is, had he been thrusted out, look, let's do. Are you ready for speculation?
I'm here.
Mark Breland is sitting on a show, and their relationships is very similar. I've been with you from the beginning of time. One person has been snaked. Somebody, if he would have been snaked, he should know by now he's been snaked. They should talk a familiar language, because we know that smell. Yeah, I've been snaked. One man has been snaked. One man is not, is in a very different position. Because he would have said, yeah, me too. What? You built someone up, did it? I didn't hear that, Bim. I heard someone very confident in their position. So, bro, nothing is happening.
Good deep dive. That's I got nothing to say. That's why you do what you do, bro.
That's what I do, bro. I'm telling you, you would do the way I'd be talking because it will make me.
It would spark up an emotion.
Spark up an emotion where we're akin. Iron sharpens iron, bro. We both been snakes. Yeah,
that's real. That's real.
This is it.
Hey,
so
let's run through the last points. Just before we wrap up. Teofimo Lopez says Mayweather's ruining his legacy by doing all these exhibitions, and he also goes on to say that YouTubers are ruining boxing. I'm starting to see the whole thing about Mayweather ruining his legacy by doing all this stuff. I am like now, like he called out Jake Paul and 50 Cent the other day, and it's like you're a whole fighter. I call out rappers and YouTubers.
Yeah, I feel like he's trolling at this point. But if he does fight them, legacy's in trouble. Teofimo saying that YouTubers are ruining boxing. I think the boxing boards are ruining boxing actually. So
yeah, same here. I disagree.
Yeah, I totally disagree. And I think you don't want boxing to just exist in one era. Everything's changing. TikTok comedy's changed. If we
different, bro.
And say, people that do TikTok and they're not comedians or this, that, and the other, we're fighting against a tsunami.
This shift that is happening is not stopped. You can't stop it.
You can't stop it. What you have to do is adapt. Who can adapt? And boxing has to adapt. Hence why we're here.
That's right.
We're the adaptation in boxing. You know,
because you wouldn't let people like us wouldn't be able to speak on boxing and be able to sit down with actual fighters in the era before. Never. There is an adaptation that's taking place. Even the voices that you're used to hearing people discuss boxing, they're gonna change. That's gonna be what people are, will probably resist against the most. But the names and the people that call the fights and all that kind of stuff is all gonna look very different. Yes. You're getting new people that are getting into the boxing game. The Zone, they're a very young geared platform. You look at how they're announcers. Everything's different. There's gonna be a shift, and it has to happen because this sport needs to be taken care of. And the way you take care of it in this era is bringing it into the new era. Now, I'm not saying that we need to have Jake Paul on the undercard of AJ. No, I'm not. But what we do need to have is the big fights need to get made when they should be made. That will be what keeps the respect of the sport.
You know what, bruv? I want to end there.
Let's do it. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
Now, people, this is Undefeated. This is Undefeated for us. I'm your boy, Jay.
I'm Travis J. Guys, look out. Friday, Red Corner. Great interview dropping on Friday. Saturday, we'll be going live. Watch along for the Warrington fight. I'm really excited about that. That should be
live and calling rounds, having fun, just chatting and just mixing it up. Literally, we'll be in this format that we're in right now, and it's there. So if you're watching the fight, come watch it up with us, man. Watch along. We'll probably do the fight before. So we're not doing the whole undercard, bro. I'm not. The fight before the main event.
Yeah, man. That'll be this Saturday. Josh Warrington's fighting Maurizio Lara. That's going to be a good fight. So we'll be there for the fight before on the undercard. And Sunday, we've got another episode of Ringside. I hope you guys are enjoying that. We had Charles Venn on the first episode of Ringside last Sunday. This Sunday, I'm not going to say who, but you guys are going to enjoy that one. Trust me. So, yeah, man. We're keeping the content coming.
Let's go.
Take care, people.
Peace. Yo, people, thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.
I liked it still.
Yeah, same.
I liked it. Very nice, very clean.